The Nanaimo bar was created in Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada, and is arguably the best dessert that Canada has ever created. Here is the peanut butter version of the Nanaimo bar.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone, first thing you do is take a large bowl and mix up all the ingredients for the base layer for these bars, and then make sure you forget to turn your camera on. So this is what it looks like once it's all mixed. Now what's inside the base is 3/4 of a cup of finely chopped peanuts, 1/3 of a cup of cocoa powder, 2.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs, 1/3 of a cup of white granulated sugar, 2 eggs lightly beaten, as well as 3/4 of a cup of butter that's been melted. If you're wondering, all this yellow packaging is actually a no-name brand from one of our local stores. And some shredded sweetened coconut, 3/4 of a cup, and that is an essential ingredient of a Nanaimo square. You're going to take a 9 by 13 inch pan that you're going to lightly grease, put some parchment in with the edges hanging over. Then you're going to press that base dough into the bottom of the pan. You're going to bake it at 350 degrees until firm and no longer shiny, about 12 to 15 minutes. Now the next layer, the filling, is 1 1/4 cups of smooth peanut butter and 1/3 of a cup of butter. Put that in the microwave until the butter is melted, and then give it a good stir so that the peanut butter and the butter are nice and smooth and liquid. Pour it into a larger bowl. Then you're going to gradually beat in 3 cups of icing sugar as well as 1/3 cups of milk. Now, I was using a spoon, but I realized it'd be much better to do it with an electric mixer so that you make sure you get it nice and smooth and creamy. Once that's all blended, you're going to spread it on top of your cooked and cooled base layer. Spread that around until you make it as even as you can. And then in a smaller bowl, you have 8 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of butter. Put that in the microwave for a couple of minutes until the butter is nice and melted and hot, and then stir until the chocolate chips are also melted, and pour it on top of the second layer. And spread that out as evenly as you can using a spatula. You can also sprinkle on some additional chopped peanuts over top of this if you'd like. Now put it into the refrigerator to chill completely. Now, before it chills completely, keep an eye on the top of the chocolate. When it looks like the chocolate is partially set, so it's hardened a bit, but it still feels kind of soft, take a sharp knife and score the surface of the bars. Now, you're not going to cut all the way through. Just cut through most of the chocolate and divide it up into the portions that you're going to plan to cut it into. Now, the reason for this is when you pull this out of the pan and if you try to cut those bars up afterwards, the chocolate is hard and you have a tendency to squish the filling out of the center of your little squares. If you score it first, it's a lot easier to cut up and you get these beautiful little squares with very nice and neat sides, and you get to see all 3 layers so nice and clearly. Now the base is kind of like a coconut brownie, kind of, sorta, and then you have that lovely creamy peanut butter filling, and then of course the chocolate on top. These are absolutely delicious. Now, if you're interested in seeing how the original Nanaimo bar is made, I have already done a video on the Nanaimo bar, and you can see it here on your screen. Same idea, you've got that base. The difference is that the middle has a custard filling using Bird's custard powder. And it has a custardy filling and then chocolate on top. Now, Nanaimo bars are super popular here. There's even a mint version. There's a Kahlua version. There's lots of different versions of these. And these are served usually at every bridal shower, tea, birthday party, Christmas gathering. They're very, very popular here where we live. If you want to see the original Nanaimo bar recipe, go ahead and click right on your screen or look for the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching.